Hey, hey, hey! Welcome, friends. Good morning to my friends in my Lynchwood Church of God and whoever else would be joining us today. I just want to let you know that as kind of things unfold, I'm trying to diversify a little bit. I'm really getting into this whole technological gig. So I want to keep coming to you with Facebook Live. I enjoy that. Keeps me from doing the same thing over and over again and not making it good enough. I get one chance. But also, I feel like I have a little bit stronger connection to you when we're doing it live. But I know that not everybody has Facebook. And so I just want you to know that I know this is crazy, I've created a YouTube channel. Yeah, bizarre things have happened in the world. It's just called Pastor Brian Arnold, and I'm taking these videos and also putting them on there. So if you have friends or people that aren't connected through Facebook, they can obviously go find that on the YouTube channel as well, and those will be posted, and so that we can keep up to date with people whether they're on Facebook or not. So simply trying to diversify, just a little bit of housekeeping for you. But we just want to come to you every day with a little devotional thought. And as you guys know, we are in John chapter 15, and we have been talking about what Jesus says. Quite simply, he says here that you are to abide in me and I will abide in you. To abide in me, that is, what the Hebrews author says is that we are to fix our eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith. And, in this trial that we're going through right now, the question that I have for myself and the question that I'm challenging those of you that are following along with this is, can we learn deeper still what it means to abide in Christ? What it means to abide in Christ? Because all throughout Scripture there's this blessing and protection, this covering, there's this mystery surrounding what it means to be in the presence of the living God, to be abiding with God. Psalm 91, right? He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will abide in the shadow of the Almighty. And I will say to the Lord, my refuge, my fortress, my God in whom I trust. That God himself is our refuge and our fortress, our place of abiding. But, what does that mean? How does that actually put flesh on it in this day and age and with our spirituality and with our flesh? And that's kind of what we're diving into. But how do we dwell daily in his presence? Because that's where the mystery is unlocked of this thing called walking with the Lord. And I don't know about you, but there is a war in my life, especially as of late, but always, because it's always something, over where I'm going to abide. In other words, where I'm going to choose to be present. Where my mind is, that's where I'm present. Where I fix my eyes, that's where I'm present. And so whether I'm reading something or whether I'm watching something, whether I'm daydreaming or I'm obsessing about something, my mind is constantly putting me in places. That's where I abide. Where my mind is, there I am. And the challenge for me and what I'm hoping for all of us as we go through this, that we will learn greater still how to place ourselves in the presence of Jesus Christ, to fix our minds on him. And so the challenge for us, when so many things are competing for our attention, for our affection, for our focus, how do we stay focused? And how do we tune these things out so that we can tune into that which matters most? When I was in high school, I got to play wide receiver for a football team, which was fantastic. And one of the drills that our coaches would have us do is called the distraction drill, right? And so the coach would have the ball, he would be the quarterback per se, and then he would line up a whole row of players. And then the receiver was to run between the coach and those players, to run behind those players, and the coach would throw you the ball. And the whole purpose of those players was to distract you from catching the ball. So they could do anything they wanted except for touch you or touch the ball. And so they'd wave their hands, they get in front, they jump out at the last second, blah, 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 blah. The whole thing is to get your eyes on them or to divert your attention or block your ability to see the ball until the last second. It's the same thing that happens when you go to a basketball game, right? And they put those boom boom sticks out there and players trying to shoot a free throw and they all have their sticks out and what are they trying to do? They're trying to divert attention away from the objective of the player. the whole point is to keep us from accomplishing our objective, when in reality there's not the power to do it. There's just the ability to pull our eyes and our focus away. And so the question for us, is how do we stay focused with all of these distractions? And I think one of the things that teaches me, and just in terms of thinking about high school sports, is to look early and recognize early and call it out. What is a distraction and what is my focus? What is a distraction and what is my focus? And it's really that simple, because when I ran behind those players to catch the ball, I had already determined, I already knew what was going to be a distraction for me and what my focus was. The same way when a player shoots a free throw, they don't sit there while they're going through their routine studying the field trying to figure out what it is they're supposed to focus on, but instead there is an understanding that the purpose for these things being here is to distract me from what my objective is and where my reward is. And so simply just being cognizant and being aware, some things are distractions and some things are our objectives. Because here's the deal, and this is what we keep going back to. There's 3 promises. I'm not reading the full John 15, 1 through 11. I would encourage you to do that daily as we're going through this. But there's 3 promises that come through in this short passage with Jesus. He says that if you will abide in me and I in you, that you will be fruitful, that there will be answers to prayer, and that his joy will be in us and we will be made full, right? And these are all things that are byproducts. These are byproducts of abiding. We can't seek answers to prayer. We can't seek joy. We can't seek fruitfulness. Jesus says, apart